Hey, what's going on, guys? Barrel here. I'm feeling kind of under the weather. Sorry, so for the not retarded intro, but today I'm going to be showing you guys and kind of explaining what the Zetsobou no Shima cutscene is, because I've seen a lot of confusion with the community. Like, what does it mean? What does it mean? I know there's probably videos out there already that are like, oh, it means this, it means that, but this is like my personal take on it and what I think. So periodically throughout the video, I'll pause it and then give it some criteria, explanation stuff. So unfortunately we are Xbox gamers, so I do have to use this off of YouTube. But let's just roll right into this here.
Your eyes, I recognize them. Almost as though they were my own. Takeo Musaki, I did not believe I would find you in such a place.
So right about here is where the two Takeos start to, just kind of reconcile and, have a little conversation. So this shows that Takeo 2 really is caring about Takeo 1, which is this guy right here. This is Takeo 1.0.
I was a warrior. I fought many great battles for the glory of our nation, for the honor of the dying samurai spirit.
So if you guys didn't know, Takeo Musaki was an envoy of the Emperor himself, and he is actually one of the very few samurais that still honor all their customs. And of course I'm not a samurai weeaboo, so I don't know, but so both Takeos are samurais, and you'll see later in the video one of I'm sure you've already seen it, but if you haven't, I won't spoil it. But for those of you that have, if you're wondering why that happens, then this is why.
I was a hero. I share this memory. I have lived many of the same victories.
So this line right here is important. I've shared many of the same victories because originally Origins was in a different universe than the maps that this guy was in. From, I don't think it was Varrock, but it may have been, or maybe it started at Darius, I don't know. But from at least Darius all the way up to Origins, this guy was prevalent. So this Takeo shouldn't know what happens, because first of all, this is an older Takeo, because he was around in 1912 or something like that, whenever Origins took place. This guy was around during World War II with the Nazis. So this line is very important.
I later learned that my victories were unwelcome. His betrayal was driven by petty jealousy.
So his betrayal is talking about the Emperor, because the Emperor has a lot to do with influencing Tak. And never mind, I'll just show you.
He knew I couldn't do anything, that I feared not even my own death. Punishment is one thing. This is cruelty. Who can be so evil as to desire another soul to endure such suffering? Who amongst us can be so dishonorable? Are you so blinded by your own loyalty?
So this is very important too, because right here, during this, I'm just going to talk over it. So the orders came from the Emperor. The orders came from the Emperor, and right here with this, Takeo is starting to, all of his beliefs have just crumbled and have been withered away, because he saw what the Emperor did to Takeo 1.0. And right here, This shows the development of Richthofen, because originally he was just some emotionless prick who didn't really care about anything. Now he's already shown that in the Reisendrach he's cared about Dempsey, because Dempsey made a hard decision to cut the power to his lifeline, and now he's feeling bad for Takeo because his whole world's just been shattered. So this also is very important, because he's Richthofen. He's not supposed to feel this way.
This realm may have been corrupted, consumed by evil.
This is another important thing. That line that he just said, this realm has been consumed by evil, that is very important, because Takeo still doesn't believe the Emperor would do this. So he believes that something came over the Emperor to tell him to do this. And the evil that he's talking about is the Apothecans and the Keepers, and everything that has to do with those. He believes that the Emperor has been transformed mentally by these beings, or evil.
But we possess the power to change things. The tomorrow is only possible if we throw away the ashes of the past. None of us choose the means by which mercy will find us. But I am at peace.
None of us choose the path that mercy will find us, or something like that. I don't even remember what he said, but this is the start of a samurai ritual where they believed that it was more honorable to go out by your own blade than to go out a prisoner of war, because they felt that you were letting down your mother country.
I understand what must be done. Will you be my Kashakunin? It is my honor.
Okay, right here, you need to pay very close attention to this, because this part right here is very, very important. And this is what I believe that most people are starting to, I don't know, like, confuse.
One to go. Yes, it's you next, Nikolai.
There's something else we must do. There's a chain of events that must be set in motion.
Okay. Oh god. Okay, so that last line, well, that last little part, if the video I'm using actually had like gameplay afterwards, DLC 3 is most likely going to be Nikolai, because what Dempsey meant, or at least how it appears to me, was they were going to go straight to Nikolai, but they're not. They went on somewhere with Richthofen. And I'll probably pull up a picture now of what they actually did, but I'll try to explain it as best as I can. So what they did was they went somewhere, and then you see the like the rift portal effect after the cutscene, because that shows that they're returning from somewhere. And if you actually look, Richthofen originally had 2 blood vials on his uniform thing from 2 characters in Mob of the Dead who slipped my mind right now. Then you come back, and now there's each player, like each character has 2 blood vials now. So we don't know what happened. We don't know if it'll ever be like revealed or anything. But what we do know is that people are thinking that DLC 3 it's not going to be like a Stalingrad map with Nikolai, but it most likely is, because that, like, oh, we have to do something else now before we do this. They did that before the cutscene ended. So that's the part that I wanted to cover mainly, but I may as well have just given a little more commentary. But I hope you guys found this, like, I don't know, informative and stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And as always, have a good day. Peace.